podcast, I want to share with you a couple of things about areas in your resume that you should maybe just think about and tweak just a little bit. Now, when it talks about your resume, you have an objective. Uh, what is that objective supposed to be about? Well, your objective versus a summary. Now, what I would consider as a summary resume would be a skills based resume because you're featuring your skills, especially if you've been out of work or not in employ for any extended period of time. So let's talk about the objective first. Now, in your objective, it should just be a couple of sentences that kind of highlight your professional skills, the things that you are have done. It's almost like your educational resume opening, and it talks about maybe something that you've done recently in education. You're a graduate, you're looking to start your career, something to that effect. When it talks about what is my objective, what do I want from this particular job, especially if it's your first job or you're changing careers, you want to give them an idea of where you stand as far as the recent marketplace. So you want to say some things, use recent, what you have done recently, and then build upon that. You have recently been working with a social media conglomerate or something to that effect. So just think about that when you're talking about your objective, because that's the first thing someone is going to see. The next thing is your summary. I do believe in the skills or summary based resumes because those are the ones really that people are very interested in. They want to see what you know and you can do, not necessarily how many years I spent this year's to this year's in this company, but you could say you were in management for 3 years, 3+ years, and you have experience in managing people. And even if you're entering the job market for the first time, all of your volunteer work, things that you did in high school, things that you did in college, or in any type of volunteer at your church or what have you, those are experiences. And you can use those things to add to your resume. If you volunteered in the children's ministry at your church, you can still use that as a skill because it is a skill. You had to have some type of training to do it. And you can also say 3+ years working with children if you're going to try to get into a daycare. So don't just think inside the box, or I haven't had anybody employ me in those areas. Think about all of your personal experiences and use that as your summary for your resume. It doesn't matter whether you got paid for it or not. The whole crust of it is that you did it and that you did it well. You could say I have 6 a year in customer service. If you were working at the desk or at a welcome center, or you greeted people coming into the church, you all of those things are skills that you actually have done. So whether you got paid for them or not, it still can go on your resume. Because if someone asks you about it, you can say, yes, I was the head greeter at my at our ministry. And I welcomed the people, and I did, a lot of things with hospitality. So don't discount anything that you have done from your high school all the way up until the present time. So think about those things in your summary-based resumes. So you have your objective. What is it that I want? Then you're going to list all of the things that are your particular skill sets. But remember to keep it focused on the type of job that you're looking. Only pull from the things that you actually need for the particular job that you are looking to do, because they can ask you in the interview about other things that you've done and you can share that. But it doesn't, you want your person that is looking at your resume to say, okay, this individual has some experience in these particular areas. So even if you were a driver, you still have experience with customer service or things like that. So just don't discount anything as far as what you have done in your life and in your career from the time you were in high school all the way up until the current time. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helps you out with your resume, and you have a great one.